Alright guys, how's it going? My name is Mike Dragon with Dragon Studio and ISO Alt. I am here by myself, no Misty tonight, but I do have Misty's camera. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys how to clean your entire camera, lens body, camera body, everything top to bottom, inside, outside. I use the sensor scope, it's pretty awesome. The most important thing in here is a lit magnifier that shows you exactly where the dust and stuff is, so you can make sure you pinpoint those spots and get everything nice and clean. So let me get to it and I'll show you guys exactly how it's done. Alright, here we have the sensor scope by Delkin Devices. Comes in this cool little kit. It's about $100 at B&H. Here's the inside of the kit you have here. It does come with full sensor swabs here for your sensor. Also comes with the crop sensor. You get a little brush doodaddy here to clean stuff with. Your little vacuum cleaner here. Some solution. This is mainly the thing that I use is the magnifying glass with a light on it. And then you have some directions, a little battery pack here for your vacuum if you're vacuuming on the run, and also some lens cloth here. The other thing that I use to actually clean the lenses is, this is great fog defender spray, great for summertime when it's humid, keeps the fog down, lens fog down. And then I just use some lens cleaning solution and also tissue paper to clean my lenses, and that's for the glass only. And then to clean the body of the camera as well as the body of the lenses and everything, I just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I recommend the 70%, the 90% would probably take some of the paint off if you used it. Use it very sparingly, but it gets a lot of the dust and grime and stuff like that off. But definitely 70% rubbing alcohol, and then just some cotton swabs and cotton balls and stuff like that, and you should be good to go. So I decided to start with the lens here. We'll clean everything on the outside and then get to the sensor part. This will be the easy part. So I'll kind of explain and then I'll do it, and I'll kind of like fast forward through it so you don't have to sit here and watch me. So it's really simple. Cotton swab, alcohol, get a little on there, and you just start kind of like working it around, rub it. You know, you don't have to really, I mean, I guess depending on how dirty your lens is, make sure you get it in all the good stuff here. You could use one of these dry ones to kind of get everything off of there. Zoom the lens out, make sure you get all in here. Take your lens cap off, make sure you clean around here. Try not to get the alcohol on the lens. Probably wouldn't do harm, but you know, just try to keep it out. Get in all these grooves in here. And you could really get as detailed as you wanted to with this, depending. Her stuff is pretty dirty, so you can get in all these cracks and crevices in here. If you wanted to get in all the grip and all in here and stuff like that, you can do that as well. Make sure you always get the lens cap too. That's kind of important, because essentially this goes on your lens, so anything that's on here could potentially transfer to your lens as well when you put it on there. I don't know if you guys can see how actually dirty her lens is. It looks like she's got some like makeup on there and maybe some hairspray or something. She said that she took it to the beach, which I can see that happens a lot when you take your stuff to the beach. You get a little overspray on it. I'm going to hit the back here. What you want to do is just kind of get all these elements and all this metal and just kind of give it a little wipe here. There you go. Oh, make sure you don't get any cotton on there. There you go. And that's kind of it for the body. Alright, now we're going to clean the lens here. So what you want to do, her lens is pretty darn dirty, so we might have to actually do this twice. This tissue paper is the best stuff around. It seems kind of silly, but I love it. It's lightweight. You can fold it up like this and take it with you wherever you gotta go. All you need is a dropper, and you can take a little drop, and that's it. That's all you need is a little drop of that. Get it on there. Always start from the center. Well, I guess you don't always have to start from the center, but always go in a circular motion like that. And then just kind of take the rest of that tissue paper, it's nice and dry, and just kind of get it nice and clean and clear. I might do it one more time just to be safe. I'll probably do a little bit with that fog defender. And that looks so much better now. So fog defender, this stuff is awesome, especially in the summertime if you're working events and you're inside in the AC and you're going AC to outside and your lens fogs, it's a pain. This stuff is pretty awesome. Just do it every couple of events, every couple of weeks or something like that. You should be good to go. There is other stuff, but this stuff is pretty on point. So you just want to take a little spray, and I just spray kind of like right on the corner. I'm going to do it over here so you can kind of see, but just a little spritz, same deal. Just take it like this with your finger and just start from the inside and work your way out. And work your way to the outside again and then back in, and just keep doing that until you work your way around the lens, and then you just kind of wipe it. The fog defender is a little bit different consistency than the cleaner, so you might see like a little bit of haze as you're rubbing it in there, but all you got to do, I'll show you in a second, like right before it dries, you grab your lint-free cloth and you just kind of buff it. Just like that, same thing, always going in a circle. Make sure you get into all the cracks and crevices. Right here around the lens, you might get a little bit of stuff in there. Make sure you get in there real good so you don't get any craziness around the outside of your lens. But that is like super duper clean now. Good to go for indoor, outdoor, summertime, AC to outside humidity. Also, don't forget about your rear lens element here. So when you zoom with a zoom lens, that element moves in and out. You can kind of see that. You want to make it so that it's out as far as you can get it. And then usually you can just take the wet cloth that you used for the front and just kind of give that a nice little wipe as well. Get in there, same kind of thing. Work in circles. And then again, final buff with your lint-free cloth. And boom, that bad boy is nice and polished. So we have a nice clean lens now, ready to go. Alright, now let's clean the camera. Her camera is actually pretty nasty. I'm not sure if she's actually taken this into like a dust storm or something, but it kind of looks that way. Let's see if we can't take this off too. Take this eye cap off so you can get all in there, and it's pretty gross too. You probably can't see that too well on the camera, but we're going to get in there and get that all clean. So same deal, start with your cotton ball here and your rubbing alcohol. I might need more cotton balls for this because it's pretty gnarly. But you don't want to get like a whole lot on here, but you just start working. Make sure you get your connections here nice and good so your flash works well. And always keep a body cap on your body as you're cleaning it. The camera is actually off right now. You know, get in as many places as you can if you want to get in this little battery door and just give that a good little wipe. Anywhere that there's dirt that could potentially transfer to your sensor or to your other equipment, you want to make sure you get all that out of there. Now you take your cotton swab here, a little bit of alcohol, and then you can start working it in. Normally I take the strap off. I'm not going to worry about taking her strap off of here. But then you start working this into all the little nooks and crannies, and I even go as far as getting in here too take this, and don't go inside, but you just want to go around this metal part here a little bit. Just give it a good wipe, you know, nothing crazy. Don't get it super wet, don't get a lot of moisture in there. Just like that. Give it a nice little wipe. There you go. Cover that back up. I'm actually going to hit this one more time just to get it like super clean, because I don't think that this camera's ever been cleaned in its entire life. So I'm going to detail some of these things, get all in here. So I actually went over her camera one more time just to make sure that I got everything. It was actually really pretty darn dirty. So we'll go over the fine details. So to get in this little eyepiece right here, you could try to like ball up a little piece of paper or whatever, or the tissue, and get it in there, but I just take a drop of my lens cleaner and take a drop right on there, and you take your cotton swab, work it on in there, and then use another one, get in there and get it nice and dry. Make sure that there's no smudges or smearing or anything like that. Then we're going to do the LCD here. You can just take one of your pieces of tissue paper that you used on your lens. Same deal, one little drop, boom. Get in here on your LCD. It's smudgy from the alcohol earlier, but it's going to be nice and clean and clear after we do this. You might have to hit it a couple times. And then that's it. That's kind of it for the outside of your camera. Pop your little eye cup back on there. And this camera looks like it's almost new. It looks like it wasn't drugged through the dirt. So there you have it. Clean camera, clean lens. Next up, inside, clean the sensor, and we'll be ready to go. So now we're going to clean the actual camera sensor. This is probably the most delicate part of the entire process, so make sure that you read the instructions that come with your sensor scope. Do as much more research as you want. This will just kind of give you a how-to, and I'm just showing you how to do it. Make sure you're as dust-free, lint-free, there's no fans going, all that kind of stuff while you're doing this, because it's just going to make the process take even longer while you're doing it. You might have to go back in and get more dust out. But that's also where this sensor scope is really great, because it's got a magnifying glass and a little light. So you got this light here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it actually magnifies pretty well. And we'll show you how to use all that stuff. So jumping in, turn your camera on. Somewhere in your menu you should have a control to do sensor cleaning. Go to that. We're actually going to do clean manually. So the mirror will go up and it'll leave the sensor open. Okay. There you go. You hear that click? That means your mirror is up. So what you want to do, pop this open, and then you can see inside. You can't really see like a whole lot in there. So what we're going to do is use our little sensor scope here and get down in there and kind of see what's going on. And her sensor doesn't look too dirty. Compared to the outside, it's pretty darn clean. So there is some dust in here. You kind of have to look around a little bit, make sure you look on the corners and the edges and everything like that before you kind of dive in there and get into the sensor itself. So make sure you just kind of turn this off, and I always put the rubber cap on there if any dust gets on this, and then you put it back and stuff like that. Some dust might like fall in there, and then that's no good. So what I do is I always use a dry side and a wet side. This has two sides to it. You want to keep one dry, you want to get one wet. So pop off one end of that and then just pull it out kind of like this. It's almost like a surgical procedure, kind of, except no one's going to die at the end of this, hopefully, unless I screw up her camera. So you want to see the difference between like a crop sensor and a full-size sensor swab. This one's much bigger, this one's much smaller. So what you do is you kind of just get a little bit of cleaner on this. This is the cleaner that comes with your sensor scope. Get that on the edge there, just a little bit, really not a whole lot, just to get it a little bit wet. And then I actually use this sensor scope light to kind of guide my way. And what you want to do is just go from one side all the way to the other, and then from one side all the way back. There you go. And then go from the next side all the way back over to this side, just like that. And then back again, and then back one more time, just like that. And you're barely even pushing down on it. You don't want to get in there and like scrub around and scrub it like you're scrubbing your kitchen floor or anything like that, because then you will leave streaks, you'll leave swirl marks, you'll leave all kinds of stuff that you don't want to leave on there. And wet side, dry side, go back in with your dry side, hit it one more time. You kind of got to do it quick. Hit that back up, same deal, all the way from one side, all the way back to the other, all the way from one side, back to the other, just like that. And that's how you clean it. And now we're good to go. Double check. You got everything? Oh man. I could eat off that sensor. It's so clean now. Alright, so I always take the lens cap, put it back on, and then just shut your camera off, and you're good to go. Alright, we have a nice clean camera here for Misty to start using to take pictures of her kids and her dogs and stuff. She could probably sell this on eBay. It's brand new now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's not so scary to clean your own camera, to clean your own sensor, take care of everything. It saves you a lot of time, a lot of money in the end. $100 for this kit. I've had this one for like 2 years. I think the only thing I've had to buy was some more sensor swabs and stuff like that. If you have anything that you guys want to see how to do and I know how to do it, write in and I'll do a video on it and send it out to you guys. Thank you.